Hey there, Taurus, and welcome to your week of December 10th, 2021 general tarot reading. I think I told, oh my jumpins, what's going on out there? I think I told Capricorn that theirs was December 3rd. I think I got them on last week. But regardless, we're looking at your energy coming into this week over here on the left. In the center, we're going to be looking at your challenges. And over on the right, we're going to be taking a look at some potential outcome cards for you this week. These are general readings, though, Taurus. So some of this, all of this, or maybe even none of it will resonate with you. If it resonates, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, it's just not part of your message. So try not to make something, fit that doesn't. Speaking of Capricorn, the devil has popped up in your energy, and that is Capricorn's card. We also have Justice here, which is Libra, so you may have one of those two signs, or maybe even both in your reading, It is in your reading, in your chart. So very interesting here. But we got the Four of Wands, the Justice, and the Devil cards here. So what are we saying with this? I feel like you're really balancing work with play, and this is a recipe for happiness. As they say, no, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? So I feel like with this, you've got that right balance, okay? Because you can see here with the Four of Wands, there's two wands on either side. The Justice card, I feel like on one side is Justice, on one side is the Devil. The Devil's all about play. It's all about, enjoying yourself, having fun, right? And the Justice card is all about, hard work. Here's that balance. We need to strike a balance between things, whether that be work and play, or that's a balance between what's right for, you and what's right for everybody, or what's right for everyone in that situation, what's fair for everyone in a situation. I feel like you're really striking that balance at this time. I love that. That's fantastic. We got a lot with these cards here too. What I'm seeing here, another little thing is we got the Lovers and the Devil card here on either side on your energy, and then in your resolution here, which is really good because this is saying something for some of you. Maybe you feel chained to something at this time, and it's saying that the chains are going to come off, right? This is the Lovers here chained to the Devil, and here are the Lovers free in your outcome card. So I like that a lot. That's some interesting parallels we got going on here already. So I'm liking that. But again, I feel like for most of you, you're striking that balance between work and play. Just a lot of harmony and balance here, because you can see we got four. We got the two wands, so 4 is the even number. We got the balance of the scales here, and we got two people on either side of the Devil with his two wings and his two horns. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. A lot of even balance here, so I like that a lot. In your challenges, we got the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Death card. Now, the Death card is Scorpio's card, so again, you may have Scorpio in your chart, but you might also be dealing with a Scorpio this week too. But here we are with these cards. Death card doesn't represent something dying, like physically dying. It's more of the end of something and the beginning of something else, like the end of a cycle, right? But with it here in your challenges, you may be feeling like a cycle will not come to an end. Again, we were talking about some of you may feel you're chained to something at this time, and that can also be that with the Death card, where I feel like your whole bottom row has a sense of a change that needs to happen, or a change that you desperately want to happen. That is going to happen here. Somehow it's going to happen, but we're not sure how just yet. But there is a change that happens where the chains come off here. So I'm liking that. But with right now, it's just kind of a little bit of trouble with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords here as well. Ace of Swords talks about, we need an overcoming. You can overcome challenges you face. You may feel like you can't, though, at this time, again, with it being in your challenges. And with the Page of Pentacles here, you may feel like you just are a bit in the dark. You maybe feel like people aren't telling you and communicating with you at this time to get you the information you need in order to succeed, in order to end this cycle, in order to move on and take the chains off here. In your outcome cards, we got the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Lovers. I really like this little combo here. The Lovers is Gemini's card, so you may have Gemini in your chart, might be dealing with a Gemini. Hello, Spike. But with these all here, I like this because this is you really getting to move and finally be free, like the Knight of Swords. He just goes out and does whatever he wants. With the King of Cups, it's very much mature energy as well. You get to do whatever you want, but it's also very much there's that balance again, right? Between freedom and responsibility. So I like that a lot. And again, with the lovers, again, there's that balance, right? There's the two lovers, the two wings on the angel, right? Like there is a balance here. So I really like that as well. Especially with this, like the lovers can be potential soulmate type person coming in for you. So for those of you who are single, that's great news. So you could be encountering that kind of person in the future. Very likely an air sign, whereas Gemini, the lovers card, Gemini's card is an air sign. The swords, like the Knight of Swords, represent air signs, so Aquarius and Libra as well. Justice is a Libra's card. So, very much could be an air sign coming in for you in the future, but with the King of Cups, it could also be a water sign, much like Scorpio, the Death card, or Cancer or Pisces. So, could be one of those signs, could be any sign really, of course, because as these are general readings, but I feel like we are continuing that balance, because the King of Cups is that balance of emotions, and the Knight of Swords will be like more of your thoughts and your communication. So there's that balance there again. I love this. I really love this. There's like a theme of like, this is just kind of a disruption here in the middle, some sort of disruption where it's just kind of like you want something to be over with. I feel like I feel like for a lot of you feel chained to something and it's just kind of wreaking a bit of havoc on you at this time, or maybe it's been wreaking havoc on you for a long time, but now we're coming to a head here on it. So let's take a look at your clarifiers here in just a moment. Before we do, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all the love and support I see in all the videos, all the likes, subscribes, all the comments, all the views. Appreciate it also so much. I hope this is helping you out. Hope this is resonating. This is me sending love and support out to you too. Even if this isn't resonating with you, I hope things are going good with you and yours. But without further ado, let's get into your clarifiers. And remember, after these, we're going to be looking at an oracle card to tie off your entire message. So you're going to want to see how that goes as well. So we got the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Judgment card here in your energy. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is the second fastest moving card in the deck. The only other card that's faster than it is the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. So there's those water signs popping up again. So the Eight of Wands is really about passionate communication. It's about moving forward very quickly, having quick success. I like all of this. With the Knight of Pentacles here, though, that's that slow-moving energy. So there's that balance again, where we want to move fast, but we're kind of moving slow. But, I want to move quickly, but we're progressing slowly, right? Like maybe we feel like we're covering a lot of ground, but not really actually accomplishing much. So there's that balance again. Very interesting. With the Judgment card here as well, Judgment's card is telling us to commit to something. Really talks about like making a commitment to something and actually acting it out. So I feel like this is you trying to break the chains off. Like this is you trying to break free of a situation of some negativity and get loose here. So I like that a lot. So let's take a look and see what we got. There's the Death card on the bottom of the deck again. Interesting. But let's take a look and see what we got here for you for some potential clarifiers. Oh my lord. You got cards flipping in the deck? Or did they flip right back? That's wild. There's some balance for you. Balance and harmony. Some, even and odd here. Interesting. Weird. This weird reading here, Taurus. All right, so let's see what we got. We got the Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Nine of Swords. Wow. All right. Two of Pentacles, again, twos represent in tarot choices that need to be made. So you might be kind of, the reason why the cycle isn't ending is because you haven't actually made the choice. You haven't made the decision here. It also feels like with the Two of Pentacles, like you cannot make this go on anymore. Like this needs to end. This cannot go on anymore. I feel like here with the Nine of Swords and the Sun as well, things really might feel like with the Sun, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and generally when it's in your challenges, even then, or in reversals, it's still a good card. It's just not as good as it could be upright or in your other positions. But here with the Sun, I feel like it's really like a choice between like happiness and with the Nine of Swords here is like, which one do you want? Do you want the happiness and the kind of unknown? Or do you want to take the Nine of Swords, which is what you do know, but it is all your negativity and fears and stuff, right? That might be a situation for a lot of you where which I'm kind of getting is where you don't really know maybe that information you're not receiving with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is kind of like, you don't really know which one's the right choice. Maybe they both look like it's the same thing, right? Where you feel like, oh, well, this looks like that, and this looks like a good option, and that looks like a good option, but at the same time, like, which one's the real one, right? So again, there's that balance, negativity and positivity. Such a weird, not necessarily weird, but this is such a interesting reading where there's all this balance, all this like this and that, all this, like here and there energy. It's so wild to me. Wow. All right. Let's see if we can lean one way or the other here, Taurus. All right. And clarify your outcome cards. Oh, excuse me. You got the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. Oh, excuse me. Got the hiccups all of a sudden. But with the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Fool here, something new is starting. So we're getting that cycle coming to an end like we wanted. So I love that. With the Seven of Swords here, this may be you have to go it alone kind of thing. Like the Seven of Swords can represent sort of lone wolf energy, right? So you may have to do this on your own. This may be, you feel like you want, maybe that's kind of what's tearing some of you apart, is like, you feel like you maybe want a relationship with a person at this time, but maybe now it just isn't that time for that. Maybe now isn't a time for relationships for you. And that's kind of like what's eating at you. Maybe it's like that choice between, is this the person for me, or is this not the person for me, right? Or is this like, maybe I should just keep doing what I've been doing, right? Which is interesting too, as we go back here a bit, looking at the Nine of Swords and the Sun. You can see in the Sun, this person's surrounded by all these people, whereas the Nine of Swords, this person's by themselves here with this like creature, this kind of like negativity almost. So it's like, that's kind of like the choice here is like, do I go this way or do I go that way? Do I go with people and, maybe I don't have the room for them all in my life at this time, but I at least have somebody, or do I go by myself and keep being myself and deal with this on my own? And it's interesting to look as well with the Seven of Swords and the Fool and the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands has a tiger here with her, and the Fool has also a companion with them, but the Seven of Swords does not. And what I will say here, to me, what this really says is that either choice is valid. You have to do what's best for you in the situation, of course, because everyone's different. But I feel like for a vast majority of you, it's like companionship is the way to go, because we have more people with a companion here than we do anything else, right? We can see like just based on like the outcome cards here, we got some birds with the eggs, so we have some companionship, some children. We have all these people grouped together on the Judgment card. We have a companion, two companions here on the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Sun with all these people on them, and we also have the Fool and the Queen of Wands with companions as well. Like there's just so much like companionship and going forward here for a lot of you, but there is also people by themselves as well with the Seven of Swords, the Page, or the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, even the Page of Pentacles is by themselves. The Justice card, the King of Cups, they're by themselves as well. There's a bit of both here. Like there's a bit of a lone wolf here vibe for you, and there's also a bit of companionship here too. I'm saying for myself, what I'm seeing, companionship is kind of winning out here. So I feel like for most of you, not all of you, but for most of you, going the companion route and making it work that way is going to be better for you. But for others, I think going it alone is going to be better for you in that case. So we'll tie this all off with an oracle card here, see what we got. I hope this has been helping you out. Hope this has been resonating, maybe even just opening your eyes to some options here, Taurus, see what we got here. But thank you for making it this far with me, for spending this much time, and let's see what kind of an oracle card we got for you. All right, Taurus, we got the Snake Spirit. It's time to heal. So I feel like that's the way to go for you, is like whatever is the best way to heal up for you. Do you heal up better when you go on your own and kind of compress and such, like by yourself, figure out by yourself and then come back and then you talk with other people? Or do you do better when you talk it out with others, when you have shoulders to cry on, when you have people that will empathize with you and talk it out with you? I feel like this, maybe for a lot of you, it is time to heal. you know, maybe not everybody necessarily, as these are general readings, but I feel like for a lot of you, it is time to heal. And is it better for you to heal by yourself, or is it better for you to heal with others, right? So hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully that's resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, though, you can hit that like button down below, that thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. That helps out the channel a ton too. And you can also find these videos easier, so you can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you for being here, Taurus, and I hope to see you in the next video.